You are being judged before you exist in the interaction, not after you speak, not after you shake hands. Before. This is not social skill, it is neurological sorting, and most people fail it instantly. There is a specific moment where the verdict locks in. It happens before your grip tightens, before your name is even processed. You were never evaluated on what you said. You were evaluated on what your body leaked before you had a chance to speak. Every handshake, every introduction, every time you walk into a room and extend your hand to a stranger, your brain and theirs are engaged in a silent war, a negotiation happening faster than conscious thought can track. The decision about who you are, what you are worth, and whether you deserve respect is processed by the brain in milliseconds. Before your mouth forms a single syllable, your words arrive too late. The bias is already set. Consider this. Imagine being introduced to someone who stands perfectly still, completely motionless. Their face shows nothing, no micro-expression, no subtle shift in posture, no flicker in the eyes. And they say, in a flat tone, "Hello. It is nice to meet you." Your skin crawls. Something feels deeply wrong. You cannot explain it, but your brain screams danger. This is the nonverbal information density principle. Your brain demands a constant stream of micro-movements in every fraction of a second. Tiny shifts in facial muscles, the angle of a wrist, the pressure of fingers, the direction of a gaze. Without that data, you reject the person entirely. This means every greeting you have ever given has transmitted a massive amount of information you never consciously chose to send. Signals of dominance, submission, fear, confidence, deception, or desperation. The other person's brain decoded all of it, instantly, automatically. They formed their judgment before their conscious mind even registered the interaction had begun. We are going to walk through the 3 pillars of nonverbal control, the mechanics of the hands, the primal language of the eyes, and the blind spot of the feet. Let us start with the hands. You have felt it before. That moment when someone walks into a room and your entire body tenses. No words exchanged. No handshake yet. Just a feeling. A spooky vibe. Most people dismiss this as intuition. But inside your skull, your brain is running a calculation so fast, your conscious mind never gets the memo. Dr. David Matsumoto spent decades studying micro-expressions, involuntary flashes of emotion that flicker across a human face in less than 1/25th of a second. Faster than a blink, faster than thought, and your brain catches every single one. When you meet someone new, their face leaks information like a broken faucet. Fear, contempt, disgust, confidence, all of it broadcasting in microsecond bursts that bypass your rational mind completely. Your subconscious downloads this data, processes thousands of signals, then delivers the verdict as a gut feeling. That spooky vibe, it is your brain's ancient threat detection system working exactly as designed. And the same system reading them is reading you. Your face leaks the truth. Their brain catches it. This is why some people walk into interviews radiating confidence they do not feel and still get hired. Their micro-expressions told a different story than the nervous script running in their head. Meanwhile, others prepare for weeks, say all the right words, and walk out wondering why the interviewer seemed cold from the first second. Now here is what you can actually control. Your hand carries a binary code that the other person's brain reads instantly. The code is written in 2 variables, pressure and palm orientation. Pressure, too weak, and their brain flags you as uncertain. someone to be managed rather than respected. Too strong, and you trigger a threat response. Walls go up, trust evaporates. The sweet spot, a grip that matches or slightly exceeds theirs, that registers as confidence without aggression. Then there is the more dangerous variable, palm position. Palm facing downward during a handshake signals control, authority, dominance. You are positioning yourself above them, literally and neurologically. Palm facing upward, you have signaled openness, vulnerability, submission, the neutral position. Palms perfectly vertical, neither above nor below. This signals equality, a meeting of peers. Study photographs of negotiations between world leaders. Watch the subtle palm rotations during those critical first moments. These are not accidents. They are calculated moves in an invisible chess game. But here is the brutal truth. Your hand can lie. Your body cannot. Your brain does not evaluate dominance through any single channel. It evaluates through holistic aggregation. Every signal, every microsecond. Pressure, position, gaze, posture, breath, micro-expression. All of it feeds into a single verdict. You can crush someone's hand all you want. But if your eyes reveal uncertainty, if your stance signals retreat, your grip becomes evidence against you. The brain sees the contradiction, and contradictions trigger suspicion. This is why some people walk into rooms and own them without saying a word. Their signals align. Grip matches gaze. Posture matches pressure. Every channel broadcasts the same frequency. Dominance is not performed. It is transmitted through coherence. And that brings us to the eyes. Eye contact is not a social nicety. It is the oldest dominant signal in existence, older than language, older than civilization itself. Two wolves meet. Two silverback gorillas encounter each other. What happens first? They lock eyes. And in that moment, before a single physical move is made, the hierarchy is established. Your brain runs on the same ancient software. Direct, unwavering eye contact during the approach says one thing. You are certain. You belong here. You are not asking for permission to exist in this space. But here is what separates masters from everyone else. The calibration. Too much eye contact reads as aggression. Too little reads as submission. The sweet spot. Sustained connection during the initial approach, held through the handshake itself, with a natural break that you control. Not them. You. Think about it. Someone grips your hand slightly harder than expected. Someone positions their palm on top. Someone steps 6 inches closer than comfortable. What do your eyes do? They dart, they flicker, they seek escape. And in that fraction of a second, you just handed them the win. The ancient part of their brain registered exactly what happened. You submitted. Not because you chose to, because your biology chose for you. Here is what changes everything. Eye contact is trainable. Unlike your heart rate or your stress hormones, you can override the automatic response. You can hold when every instinct screams to look away. Now, the final signal, the one nobody thinks to control. You have been watching their hands, their eyes. But there is an entire conversation happening below your line of sight that you have never once thought to control. Your feet. Think about the last handshake you gave. You probably remember the grip. Maybe the eye contact. But where were your feet pointing? You have no idea. And neither does anyone else. Consciously. But their brain caught everything. Feet are the most honest part of the human body. The further a body part is from the brain, the less we consciously monitor it. Your face? You have trained that since childhood. Your hands? You are somewhat aware. but your feet exist in a blind spot of self-awareness that most people never escape. When your feet point directly at someone during a greeting, you are transmitting something primal. Total focus, complete engagement. Your body is saying, "I am fully here." Angle those feet away, even slightly. Your subconscious is screaming that you want to escape, that you are uncomfortable, and the person across from you receives that message instantly, even though they could not tell you why they suddenly feel like you are not really present. The same principle applies to your shoulders. Square them directly toward the person, and you amplify the dominance signal. Angle away, and you diminish yourself before the handshake even begins. Every job interview, every negotiation, every meeting with someone who held power over your life, your feet and shoulders were telling a story you never authorized. Now, there is one final trap. Everything you have absorbed works in Western contexts. That firm grip, that locked gaze, that vertical hand position. But step off the plane in Tokyo. Walk into a meeting in Beijing. That same handshake destroys you. The neurological hardware for processing dominance is universal. Every human brain runs the same threat detection software. But the cultural software interpreting those signals is completely different. In Japan, that firm Western grip registers as crude aggression. Your piercing eye contact reads as a direct challenge. In certain Native American traditions, sustained eye contact with elders signals defiance. True power is not executing one pattern perfectly. It is reading the room at a level so deep that you calibrate your nonverbal broadcast to whatever cultural frequency surrounds you. Sometimes, submission is the dominant move. You now understand what happens in those 250 milliseconds before conscious thought. You can read the pressure differentials, the hand rotations, the micro-expression leaks that betray hidden intentions. You will walk into rooms and see what others cannot. This is not louder confidence, not aggressive dominance, quiet certainty. The next hand you shake will carry a message you designed, and the person receiving it will process your signal before their conscious mind even wakes up.